Welcome to the My Opinion Podcast, a show that focuses on leadership, life, and love to empower women around the world to be the best versions of themselves. The My Opinion Podcast is a weekly show with Maya's Motivation Monday, focusing on leadership topics for women, and special edition episodes that feature guest interviews and current events. Now, all in her opinion, here is your host, Maya Roffler.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Maya's Motivation Monday. I hope you are having a great start to your week, or if you're listening to the replay, I hope you're having an awesome day. So today I want to talk about leadership, of course, but I want to talk about a topic that I bring up throughout other episodes, but I realized when talking with one of my dear friends last week, and just talking about leadership in general, that this topic really needed its own episode and could potentially have more than one episode, but we'll start here. And I want to talk about leaders, of course, but leaders actually work for their people. So that's our topic today. Leaders work for their people. Their people do not work for them. Some leaders do truly believe and have the attitude that their people work for them. And I find this to be a really negative attitude, and it puts you in the wrong mindset with your employees and your people. And if you're thinking that way, because it's absolutely false. Your people do not work for you. And I know right now you're thinking, okay, Maya, you're totally nuts. My people do work for me. I pay them a great salary. I have them working from home. They have a flexible schedule. I give them general PTO. They have amazing benefits. We have this insurance, XYZ. We also have, I pay for their cell phone, or I pay for this, whatever it is that you do for them. And that's all true. That's all absolutely true. You probably are a good leader if you're listening to this, or you're aspiring to be a great leader listening to this. But all of those things don't make you a great leader. That makes you an employer. So I believe you. I'm sure you do all those great things, and that's a wonderful thing. But it's the wrong attitude to have when you're thinking, well, I pay them. They work for me. Like, I pay them. Those are my people. Yeah, they're your people, but you work for them. So I just feel so strongly that it's the wrong attitude and the wrong perspective. And I actually breeze over this in a couple other podcasts, so you may have heard me talk about it a little bit, because I think it's so important and I think it's so true. I think, great leaders work for their people. A lot of leaders out there think their people work for them. So I really want you to think about this. Let's dive into it. Okay, yes, you pay your employees. Yes, you give them all this other stuff and perks and work from home and everything else, even prior to COVID. Say you had all of those things. That's great. That's awesome. But let's think about what your people or your employees are doing for you, are doing for your company or your division or your branch or whatever it is that you're leading. Think about that for a second. Okay? These people show up every single day prepared to support you and your dream. Think about that as well. In my opinion, that's really powerful. So, are they really working for you? Do they work for you? Ultimately, no, they don't. It's so much bigger than that. So much bigger than that. These individuals, think about it this way. Okay, let's dig even deeper than those previous two statements, okay? These individuals put aside their needs, their problems, their issues from life, home, anything that's going on with them. Sky's the limit with that. So many things, they leave them at the, before the laptop or before the office or whatever it is you guys do to generate income and money and revenue for your company. They leave it all there to support your dream, your vision, whatever that is. Okay? So think about that. Think about how powerful that is. So you might still be thinking, okay, but they're working for my dream, for my vision. So yeah, they're working for me. Again, absolutely false. And if you think that way, you need to dig a little bit deeper, and we're going to keep going on that. Some of you might also be saying, well, I'm just the VP of sales, or I'm just the director of marketing. This is not my dream or my vision. Well, let me tell you something now, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any gentlemen listening. If this is not a part of your dream or vision or where you want to go in life, because I highly recommend that every single job and every single thing that you do, it might not be your dream job, it might not be your dream career, it might not be the end of where you want to end up or the end goal, but it better be a part of your vision or your dream. Because you do have people reporting to you. You do have people that are relying on you. And we're going to touch on that. But if that's not happening, that's where the root of your leadership issue is. Right then and there. Because you're not happy and you don't feel fulfilled whatsoever. So that's a bigger issue. And you're never going to overcome that. So you really need to look within inside of yourself. And you need to deep dive and realize that it's time to make a move that's going to push you further towards your vision and towards your dream. Because if you're in a position, let's say, I'll go back to the director of marketing, just as an example. You're director of marketing, but you really know that you want to open a yoga studio. Some people, some great leaders would go, you know what, this is a great opportunity because I'm great in marketing. I love my job here because it's helping me make the money that I need to set aside for opening my yoga studio. And I'm also going to know how to market it. That's a beautiful, positive perspective. And you're working towards a goal. Other people, other leaders, quote unquote, would say, I'm miserable. I'm, sitting in an office. I want to be in my yoga studio. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm not happy. Guess what? It's time to quit. And it's time to go work marketing for a yoga studio or whatever it is, whatever the next step is to get you to your dream. Because you cannot lead effectively if you do not feel passionately about what you're doing. That's it. It's that simple. But that's just like the very surface. So then we dive deeper. We talk about these things like how you work for your people. You do because they're bringing your dream and your vision to life. So when you change your mindset and take a look at yourself as a leader in this perspective, everything we're talking about, you will level up as a leader like you have never before. And you will always succeed as a leader. Always, because you're putting your people before you. Let's dig into a little bit deeper. So here's another reason why you're going to succeed. Always. You're not going to feel entitled to the work of these individuals that work for you, your employees, your people. I call my people my people. You're not going to feel entitled to their work because you pay them well, give them benefits, loss of vacation, whatever it is that you've always justified in your mind if you are that kind of leader. No, you will prioritize your people because they are the reason for your success always. Always. Your people are always the reason for your success. And you recognize that you cannot achieve this success without them. Whatever your goals are, wherever you're going, I'm going to go back to my yoga. I don't know why I'm on the yoga studio thing today, but I'm going to go back to my yoga studio girl. It doesn't matter which girl, whether it was example A or example B that you are, you need to become the positive leader who prioritizes her people first. Whether you're going to stay in the marketing role and lead your people effectively until it's time to move on and open your dream of the yoga studio and prioritize your people first, because everybody brings something else to the table when you're over marketing. You'll have a social media person, you'll have, an actual print person, you have so many different things. Then on the other side, example B, the young lady who knows she can't do this and she's like, no, I need to go do this yoga thing. This is my dream. You still need to be an effective leader on that side and show leadership and ownership, because no matter what you end up doing, those people are going to help you and lead you to your dream and mentor you to your dream. Either way, it's so important that you recognize that you cannot achieve success without the people that are working with you and you are working for. So you can work with them, just like I talked about on my other episode about being a pace-setting leader, where you like to work alongside your employees or your people. I think that's very admirable, and a lot of leaders choose that style. So you can work with your people, definitely, but great leaders work for their people. So just remember, as a great leader, you will always put other needs, everyone else's needs, before yours. And that doesn't mean, self-care is a big thing. Everybody's talking about it more now than ever. It doesn't mean that you don't take care of yourself, right? Because you cannot be successful in anything, whether it's something as simple as just making sure you exercise every day, or making sure that you drink enough water, or making sure you get enough sleep, things like that. That affects every aspect of your life. So if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of your people. But you prioritize the needs of your people over your own, because when your people are happy and they feel heard and they feel like they're important and they do feel like they are completely important and integral to the success of your business, your dream, your vision, they will do more for you than you ever could have imagined. It's amazing to see that happen. But remember, they do not work for you. You work for them. And when you have this mindset, and when you really understand everything we're chatting about, again, you'll put their needs before yours. Doesn't mean you abandon yourself. It just means that you're aware of it, because you cannot get to where you want to go. You cannot achieve your dream, your vision, without these amazing individuals. And you will be really empathetic, because you know how important it is for you to put yourself in their shoes, and obviously the people that are helping you build this dream and build this vision. It's important for you to empathize and be able to put yourself in their shoes and understand, okay, how is my director of sales doing? Let me jump in there, or my VP of sales. Let me really think about, what is it like to go out there and sell my product? Or what is it like to go out there and sell my service? How can I help her be more effective at her job and be more successful in her job? That's how you work for your people. They don't work for you. And when you have that mindset that, oh, they work for me, she's my VP of sales, or she's my director of sales, she'll bring me the sales. Your job is to work for her, to make her job easier, to ensure that she can be the most effective, the most successful. I mean, the list goes on. VP of sales, director of sales, whatever it is. And I just picked sales. But that applies to everyone that works for you. That's one of the many ways that you work for your people. Yes, you give them a paycheck. I say this over and over again, right? You pay them. You're supposed to, give them competitive benefits. But time off, work from home, compete with the competition and beat them out. But at the end of the day, what will make you an amazing leader to work, quote unquote, for, is not to be a leader to work for. You will be a leader to work with, and you will be the leader that works for her people. So true, great, amazing leaders, think of it this way. True, great, amazing leaders know that they have to step away from their job. I know that might be another one where you're like, what are you talking about, Maya? I'm the CEO of my company. I can't step away from my job. Step away from it. Step away from, I'm the CEO, or I'm the founder, or I'm the owner, or I'm the VP of this, or I'm the director of that. Who cares? Who friggin' cares? Does not matter. It doesn't matter. Step away from that. Yeah, that's just a title. You've got this entire branch of individuals beneath you. Just this, if you look at some of these org charts for companies I've even worked in, companies you are probably working for, or companies you've worked for in the past, it's like a web of an org chart. And the higher up in your title, the more the web is expanded beneath you. And those are more of the people that you will work with. It increases the number of people you work with, but your responsibility is greater. That's why you have the title of CEO or VP or whatever rank you're at. It doesn't really matter. To me, again, changing your mindset, in my opinion, is so important here. You're looking now at, okay, no, this is now how many people I work for. And this is something I don't think I even realized that I was doing. It's just something that I did very authentically and very naturally, and that's why leadership came very naturally to me. And it's something that shifted very easily for me in my mid to late 20s. I knew this. It was just something innately within me. Now, it's definitely something I had to finally realize I was doing and realize it was working, and then hone in on it a little bit more. You can't just innately be good at something. No, I realized that I was doing it, and it was a passion for me, and I knew working for my people, it worked, but I didn't even know these terminologies. I didn't even know this was a thing, but it is, and it's proven. So I feel exceptionally passionate about it because I've lived it. I've done it. I've watched it. I've watched it happen. I've watched people fail around me as they don't do it. And I hear constantly, oh, you work for me, and, not myself, because I don't work for anyone like that. But I've heard it in the past in some of my other jobs, and it's been really eye-opening because it's been the worst leaders that I've ever worked for. And I'm sure you feel the same way, because a true leader is working for you, is ensuring that you have everything that you need to succeed, because you all have a vested interest, and you are giving up, you are sacrificing a lot as an employee, in my opinion, because you are working towards someone else's dream, someone else's vision. And I think there has to be a mutual respect and a mutual understanding, and a leader who has the mindset that I'm working with you on this, and I work for you to ensure that you can do your job most effectively and happily, and put your needs before mine, and really empathize on where you are in your life. And the reason I say amazing leaders know they got to step away from their job, it's that visual, right? You've got more people underneath you, you have more responsibility and more responsibility. So you have to get away from thinking that your job is your responsibility. Oh, I'm the CEO of the company. Oh my God. I'm the owner of the company. Oh my God, that's wrong. Sure, you're going to have responsibilities. I get that. But your responsibility is truly to your people, because they are the ones that are responsible for the jobs that you have entrusted them to do. So when you put them first, then you are taking full responsibility for everything. And in turn, you are working for your people.
Thank you so much for listening to the My Opinion Podcast. You can catch up on past episodes on the My Opinion Podcast website at www.myopinionpodcast.com, as well as read the My Opinion blog and contact Maya directly with your questions. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at My Opinion Podcast and Maya Roffler. We'll see you back here next week.